AJ McKee versus Roberto de Souza.
And in the walkouts, AJ McKee walks out in the samurai outfit, and then Satoshi just walks out with the gi and shorts. I was like, oh, okay, we're just doing the standard walkout on this side. You could tell the Bellator team was like, we're in Japan, we're going all out with our
Do it
walkouts,
up.
and everybody from the Rizin side was like, yeah, it's just normal. Like, we're not gonna.
They had a good time with it though, man.
Yeah, they definitely did. They definitely
You,
did.
you know, the walkouts were pretty fun. I think that's one of the things that I texted you about last night. Like on fight nights, we try not to text each other very much about the
Yeah,
fights because we're going to talk about them the next day, anyways, right?
yeah,
So the interactions we have about the fights are like they're genuine. Like we haven't really talked about them.
yeah.
But the one thing I had to text you about last night was just the walkouts, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. And look at Khabib back there, just not even paying attention, just either sleeping or he's on his phone
Oh, he's got to be on his
and the
phone, man.
flannel. Yeah.
Texting Hasbullah. But
Yeah.
you have
Uh,
Roberto de Souza and McKee both coming in with only one loss on the record, right?
I think so. Yeah, and Satoshi, AJ's only loss is Pitbull, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
a fight he already won, right? So his one loss, he has a win over the guy already, and
Mhm.
Satoshi, his one loss, he finished him the next time they fought. So both of them have a loss, but both of them have also beaten the guy that has beaten them. So this matchup, when they announced this, I was like, this is why you do events like this. This is the one I want to see. I thought it delivered completely. This was such a fun fight. McKee going out there was like, all right, just don't go to the ground with him. And then, but even though McKee's specialty is the ground, Satoshi just does this thing where they ended up on the ground. And I was Jack Slack put a video out like a couple days ago explaining how Satoshi sets up his arm bars or his triangle. Sorry, most guys, right? They'll get the wrist control and they'll basically force one hand down so that they can throw their leg up over it and then lock up the
Mhm.
triangle. Satoshi does this new school style, which is like kind of like a Danaher Death Squad style, where he'll get the overhook, he'll get the underhook and get the other guy's arm wrapped around him, and then he'll lock it up like this, and he'll hug him, and then from there he's able to turn his hips, and then that arm is trapped, and instead of having to push the arm down, he already has the arm that's going to be in. But
Mhm.
then when he throws his legs up, people are usually wise to it and they sit back, and then he switches and pushes the hand down and attacks the other side, and he immediately got that grip, and I was like, oh, there's the setup, there's the setup. But then McKee did the fantastic thing where he kind of walked him into the corner and stuffed him, because that's the thing a lot of people were saying was, I mean, he still got the triangle up. I mean, how good is that? And he's so
Yeah.
quick with it, like, god damn, he shot it up. And but a lot of people were like, in Bellator, if someone's trying to attack a triangle or something like that, you can kind of stuff him into the cage and he doesn't have any room. But with the ring, they can wall walk, kind of, or not wall walk, sorry, like mat walk with their shoulders and kind of go through the ropes like Satoshi's almost doing here, and they can get more space, right? Because it's not like his head's popping out, but it's not like they're going to reset him in the middle. So it's like you're in more danger. But then McKee, fantastic game plan to move him directly into the post and just stuff him into the post, and it completely nullified his triangle attacks. I thought both of them had so many cool moments in this fight, and both of them had so many cool like answers to those moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a little chess match, you know, and
It
that
was really
first round, there
cool.
was a lot of Satoshi kind of trying to grab a hold of whatever you can and throwing
Yeah.
up different setups, and
Dude, he went from
McKee
leg lock
just
to triangle at one point. I
yeah,
was like, "What? How do
awesome,
you do
man.
that?"
In that second round, they came out and they came out swinging a little bit more in that second
Swanging and
round, which
banging.
yeah, oh, dude, it was awesome. And then I think it was a body shot, right? A
The
kick,
kick.
right to the body that kind of dropped Satoshi a little bit. I don't know how
Yeah,
much of
he
it
sat
was
him down.
like him really being sat down, and how much of it was him like trying to, coax McKee onto,
The old
uh,
Verdum.
getting back into the ground game, man. Um, but then the like different elements too, right? Where like McKee goes in for the big foot stomp on the stomach, and
Yeah.
then like Satoshi like tries to grab onto the leg as quickly as possible. And he had this like really sick move, man, McKee, where he's like threatening with the stomp to the stomach, but he sidesteps and goes with the soccer kick to the head while
Yeah.
Satoshi's on his back. And I was like, man, that's nuts.
Dude.
But it was such a fun fight.
Yeah, when Satoshi took his back in the second round, I was like, oh my god, like there's no way. There's like 2 minutes left. There's no way he survives this, AJ McKee. And then he had the body triangle, but the problem was he was a little too high up. Even though they were on the ground and both on their backs, laying back, right? He was too high to get the actual choke, right? AJ McKee was able to defend really well, and then he started turning into him. Satoshi tried to go like omoplata, right? And McKee sidestepped that, and then ended up almost like in a stacked guard, right? And that's where he threw that soccer kick around the corner, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!" The way he turned his hips around to land that soccer kick was nasty. And Satoshi just ate it. He just he just took the kick and was like, "I'm still working." And then the third round, I thought Satoshi was doing really well in that third round. I think AJ McKee was starting to slow down a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, and then Satoshi took his back again, and they're standing up as a nasty body kick. Um, Satoshi took his back again, and they were in the corner, like standing up, right?
I
He's
mean, look at this
threatening it.
picture that Rich just put up. Look how close he was to actually sinking
I
that
know.
in.
So close. I had a guy on Reddit. I commented on the live thread because so I woke up in the morning. I didn't stay up all night for this because this was Saturday morning for us, right?
Mhm.
That this was live, and I woke up and I was like, oh, I woke up at like 3:30, 3:45, and I was like, oh, let me just see because I'll just wait and watch the tape delay because Bellator's all their bullshit. But and then I was like, let me just see where they're at, and it was Horiguchi fight. So I was like, oh, I'll just find a stream and stay up and just watch this. So it was like early in the morning watching this, and and there wasn't a lot of people commenting on the Reddit threads for it, but I commented about how cool the fight was, and someone was like, I don't know, it was kind of boring when Satoshi was on his back and couldn't get the finish, and I was like, boring. I was like, the first one, he was threatening, and then as soon as they escaped, AJ McKee soccer kicked him. Like that doesn't seem very boring. And then I mean, look at that's not boring. And then the second time when they're standing up in the corner and he's backpacking him, right? He's got the body triangle, got his back. They're standing up in the corner. Oh yeah, nasty darts attempt by AJ there. AJ had
Oh
some
yeah,
nasty submission threats on his own. I
he
thought it was
did.
really cool. Yeah, but they're standing in the corner and there's like 40 seconds left, and AJ instead of this is not the safe thing to do, but it's definitely the exciting thing to do, where AJ just front flips forward and spikes Satoshi on his head.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's definitely not boring. And then and then when he spiked him, the reason you don't do that is because who knows how you're gonna end up, but you know he's locked onto your back regardless. And then he got the choke in. And AJ was able to take top hand down and survive it, but he slammed him into the choke basically. And I was like, oh my god, he's gonna get it. Could you imagine if he spiked him on his head and then he choked him out with like 10 seconds left? Would have been
That'd be
insane.
nuts.
What a great fight, man. The card itself was I don't know if it necessarily delivered to like people's expectations, but I thought this fight on its own saved the entire card if there was any doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this fight was pretty good. Look at that picture. That looks so sweet. Like the way that they're chilling there.
I
They're like
know.
bringing in the
Yeah.
new year together. He's all hugging them. But yeah, no, I thought it was a fun fight, and man, the entire time watching this too, the other thing I'm thinking is like, oh, it's George's boys versus Will's boys, man. Let's see what happens here.
I know.
George's fight. I wonder if you already watched all the fights.
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine he did on the Showtime show. Um,
By the way, look at this picture.
I know.
So this is
Archuleta.
Archuleta in the background with his Aztec warrior outfit on, and then you have McKee with the samurai helmet on, holding
Yeah,
his what would you
his
say? I
little
guess
trophy.
trophy
Yeah,
from Rizin. And in the bottom right corner, you see Satoshi just sitting there. Like, there's so much going on in this picture right
yeah.
now.
I
So
honestly
much going
thought
on.
once they went to the decision, I was like, this honestly could go either way. The way Ryzen is scored, I was like, I have no idea who's going to win this, and I was fine with no matter what. But you could tell it bumps Satoshi out quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, a lot of these fighters from the organization, from Rizin organization, you can tell were really bummed out from the results.
Yeah, definitely. There was some results in this that I definitely don't agree with, and from the commission as a whole, and really weird to have Jason Herzog do all 5 fights. Um, but I don't know. There were some things going on. I don't want to say there was like nefarious stuff in the background, but there were some weird things that went on in this card that I I don't know.
All I know is that when when this entire card was starting, and I'm like, who are these guys from the Yakuza just standing up there with tattoos all over their necks and on the back of their heads and sunglasses on inside, just like yelling all this stuff. It was nuts. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Rice is
all I got on
crazy,
this
man.
fight, man. You have anything else?
Yeah. There was a really cool promo before talking about how AJ has the chance to like avenge his father's trip to Japan, where he came to Japan and lost. And it was such a cool promo. I was like, fuck, this is good. And yeah, it was cool. I don't think any of their stocks go down. I know a lot of people are going to see the fact that Bellator went 5-0 against Rizin and think that Rizin fighters suck or something like that. But I don't know. I still think Satoshi is like legit. He had AJ McKee in some trouble. He hurt him with his hands too. In that second round, Satoshi came out really aggressive with his hands.
I think
I
caught
thought
him off guard a little bit.
Yeah, I think
Especially
for
how
the most
he
part,
went about the first round, where he was
yeah,
just, like I said, trying to grab onto anything he could. And then he came
yeah.
out swinging, and McKee was like, oh, dang.
He's like, oh, but I think too, every fight on this card, the Rizin side of him, I thought put up a pretty damn good performance. Everything except for maybe the Horiguchi fight, but then at the same time, I count Horiguchi as a Rizin fighter, so that also counts for me. So it's 5-0 at the end of the day, but much closer than that sounds, I think. You know what I mean?
Yep. Hey, everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.